Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kenz and today I'm going to be showing you guys my planner stack for the rest of the year. Well, I wouldn't say for the rest of the year because I'm experimenting right now, but yeah, for some little background, this is everything I have. For some little background before I get started, this is going to be kind of a long background, probably long, short, we'll see. So this is my first year actually doing like journaling and planning. However, this isn't my first year. Like I've been trying to find a planner. Like I'm like when I used planners, I was just like, okay, how can I fill this in? It was mainly for school. I just needed a plan for school. I'm currently going to go into my junior year of college where I'm studying economics. I'm studying to be, I want to be a lawyer. Well, I'm not studying right now to be a lawyer. I'm studying for my LSATs, but that's besides the point. I'm sidetracking. But yeah, so I had stumbled up on the Hobonichi this year and I was like, okay, so I started using the Hobonichi Cousin as a journaling slash planner slash life planner. And I got overwhelmed because everything was in one book. So I had bought another planner. I would show those four planners actually, but I threw them out because I recorded this video before and I was like, okay, I'm not going to need these planners anymore. And this is not really worth saving because I was only in them for like 3-4 months. I was like, what's the point of me like archiving them? So I threw them out. So I don't have them here. So it was the Hobonichi Cousin, Hobonichi Weeks. The Hobonichi Weeks just did not work for me. I don't know why. Then we had the Hobonichi Cousin, loved her, journaled in her, but I took out my school stuff and I was just using it for journaling. Then I got the Hemlock and Oak, which I was using for school. But with the Hemlock and Oak, I was not utilizing like the vertical weeklies. It was a minimal 5, A5. And I was not, how would I say this, utilizing like the weekly sections. Like I was not utilizing, yeah, the vertical weeklies. I was not utilizing here of the Hemlock and Oak. However, with the Hemlock and Oak, there are check boxes. So I was using the check boxes every week because it just helps me break down. I would try like a school planner. However, I'm not the biggest fan of school planners, or maybe I've yet to find one that I like because I commute to school, and for me, I feel like having birthdays, contact info of family, friends, meals is just useless in a school planner. I don't think a school planner should be, let me like get an example. Like this is an example of how chunky school planners are. This is just a storybook, but I don't think school planners should be this chunky because I especially if you're a commuting student, maybe if you're dorm, but I'm a commuting student, so if my school planner is this chunky, I have to bring it to school with me. Not to mention my computer, my iPad. If I sometimes I bring my iPad, sometimes I bring a notebook. I alternate, but I'm like, oh, this is breaking my shoulders already. Not to mention, I live in New York. I gotta walk to this train station. Like, things like that. I'm like, yeah, having a school planner this chunky is just useless for me personally. I did try the Erin Condren school planner. I really like that one. However, it's too chunky. I really like the breakdown of it, but it was way too chunky and heavy, so I couldn't use it. But anyways, yeah. So we're gonna get started on what I'm using for the rest of the year, or per se experimenting with, because since this was my first year, I'm calling it the trial and error year. So I'm like trying to prep for next year. You're probably like, next year? I know that we're only in July, but the pre-orders for a lot of companies are already coming out. I already have like a main idea of what companies I'm gonna use, but yeah. So I keep everything in this basket my friend gave me for my birthday. I got this off Amazon. It was like $9 because the other ones were like 20. I was like, wow. Anyways, sidetracking. So this is my Get Things Done bullet journal. This is a Moleskine. I think this is pocket size. I think so. I saw the Coffee Monster Co. Helen. She had one of these and I was like, okay, let me try it. And it's been working wonders for me. So when I have a lot of tasks to get done in a specific day and I'm overwhelmed and I don't know where to start, I just go in here, write things down, and it helps me get it done. Or if I don't, if I'm like, how should I say this? If I'm like, or like sometimes I get really tired to the point I just don't want to get up. It's just like, I don't know, it's like a burnt out feeling. And when I have that feeling, and I try to force myself to do things when I have that feeling. So this also helps me. And yeah, I don't use this every day. The last time I used this was June 21st, and currently it is June 7th, I believe. Today is July. We're in July 7th. Yeah, today's July 7th. Actually, it's July 8th right now because it's 12:24 a.m. I'm filming this kind of late. I filmed it today, but I had to refilm it because I realized I didn't say the things I needed to say. So this is like my fourth time refilming this, the first time with all my planners, and I'm sidetracking. Sorry. So yeah, this is what I have it for. It's amazing. It helps me. This is like one of the things that for sure does not need to be changed. I was using a highlighter to like cut off the days, but I got too lazy for that, so I just been skipping. And yeah, so I put the date, and then I put, like, if it's the same day but it's like different time, I'll skip a line. As you can see, like June 5th I did this, and then I skipped the line, did this, and then yeah, next day, you know. So that's it for this book. There's not really much to it. I just turn it horizontally and then draw a line like I saw Helen do, and this book works wonders for me. The next book I have in my stack is this book. This is sorry, so this has to step away from it. This is I think this is an A6. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it has a size on it. Does it? Oh yeah, it does. It's an A6. This, I got it off Temu. I had ordered it. It came in like a journal kit when I was ordering. Like, I thought I wanted to bullet journal first. Yeah, it didn't work out. We're gonna leave it there. And I had gotten a bunch of scrap paper and stuff, and this came in it. It's an A6 book. I use it for everything. I just use it for scraps, whatever. It's just a grab book. If I have a lot to write down, yeah, it's pretty much how I've been using it. If I need to experiment, this is when I tried to. Here's an example of why it didn't work out. I don't know if you can see how crooked it is. Yeah, I was trying to practice waterfalls. This is another example of a practice. And yeah, I was like, yeah, so this is me trying to plan out how I was going to use the Hobonichi, stuff like that, for when the year started. But that's what I use this book for. There's not much to it. If my mind is busy and I need to just scramble, this is me trying to plan out the bullet journal. I just grab this book and write down what I need to write down. The last thing I was doing was trying to figure out my 2026 planner lineup. I am hoping Sterling Ink has an A5 Slim. If they don't, oh, I'm going to be so sad, but it's okay. I'm like, that's the one thing I'm like pining on that they have this year. So anyways, next book is just a Midori B6 Slim. I have only 2 things in this. I started this recently. It's a recipe book. There's only 2 recipes. I've been trying to learn how to cook, so I am a pretty darn good cook for my first attempts and stuff. I don't want to gas myself up, but I have to say, my cooking's so good. My mom's like giving it to her coworkers. My friends are coming over to eat. Yeah. I'll give myself a pat on the shoulder. I'm like, I have like a recipe I have to add to. Lately this year, I don't know what happened. My body started rejecting chicken. So, and chicken is like a big part of my diet. So, every time I eat chicken, I would gag. I would want to throw up. I was like, oh, what do I do? And I was still eating it because it's a big part of my diet. And so I was like, yeah, I gotta find a way. So I've been like cutting away from chicken and making a lot of non-chicken recipes. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I should write this down, because sometimes now I'm like stumped. I'm like, I don't know what to eat. And I'm like going through old recipes. I'm like, how did I do it again? I have to go through all the videos again. So I'm like, let me just make a recipe list to write it down. So far I only have brown stew, snapper, and rice and peas. I made curry fish. It was amazing. And then I also made spaghetti and meatballs and a lot of other dishes. So I was like, I could add it in here. But I was also thinking of turning this into a journal rather than just a recipe like this, because there's a lot of times I cook other things without meat, but I don't need a recipe for it because it's like explanatory. So like, I already know the recipe off the top of my head. That's not really a recipe. So I'm just like, it can give me ideas of what I could eat, because yeah, I can't eat chicken. I'm annoyed by it, but sometimes I do force myself to eat it because I like chicken, but my body doesn't like it for me. However, I can eat wings, but it has to be like fried, like deep fried to the point I like, I can't even tell that it's chicken or crispy. Yeah. So, yeah. So, next one is, this is a B6 256 page. Is it 256? I don't know, 270, 260, 267 page, oh, 269 page. This is a Sterling ink common planner. This is in the forest and then the white edges. It's just a regular notebook grid, dated. I use it as my reading journal. I actually had a reading journal before this. It was a notebook therapy in one, but I finished it, so I started a new one. However, as you see, I started reading June 2nd. Today's July 7th. I have not went back and touched this book at all. I started school, and I'm the type of person, if I'm like in school, I try not to read, because a lot of times I fall into like, I wouldn't call it a book slump, but I fall into this slump where I just ignore everything I have to do and just read. Like, I'll wake up in the morning, read all day. I don't get up, I don't eat, nothing. I just read. So I try not to do that when I have school. And yeah, so this book is really good, by the way. However, I have not went back to it. I'm at chapter 2. I still have to write chapter 1. This was just a prologue summary. But yeah, I did put this book aside though, because I'm not one to read books like these. But I'm gonna finish reading it. Currently, I challenged myself to read like the Grimm's fairy tale book, because I've had this since high school. So I was like, yeah, I've read like a few of the story, like Rumpelstiltskin. Like, those are the ones I grew up on. I've just been reading those. But I was like, no, let me start over and like read from scratch. So I read The Frog Prince. I gotta add it in this. But the stickers, these are from Wrong sticker books. Don't quote me on that. I think these are from the Wrong sticker book. Reading sticker book volume. It's a volume. I don't remember what volume. And then this is the Coffee Monster Cup. And yeah, I messed it up. You can like see the wrinkles on the page, but it's okay. I glued the pages together so you can't really tell. And I probably should have started on this side. So yeah, I just enjoy having a reading journal, because if you can't tell yet, I talk a lot. So other times when I read, I just like to write out my thoughts, because I'm like, I have so much to say. The next thing I have, let's do this one. So this is a Traveler's Company N1 cover, and I just used the Hobonichi case for it. Let's see if I have it on the table. I don't have it, huh? Okay, sorry. Oh, I do have it actually. Hi. Okay, so this is where this came from. I got this off Amazon for 20 bucks. It was a steal. I didn't even know it was like on sale. I just assumed that it was like, because this was 2025 collection, I just assumed it was discounted because all the Hobonichis are discounted right now. However, no. I went back to get another one because I really liked another one I saw that was $20 as well. Back up to 50, so this was a steal. It's just like a little tour. I'll give you guys a little tour since you're asking. This is from Hubman and Chub Girl. It was from the monthly kit. I think this one is Capture the Cow. Capture the Day. This is just the 80s. Yeah, it's from one of the albums I had bought. This is the Rosy Life Planning. Shine Bright Lovely. I got that from her. I think it was a June kit. And then this is Two Woo Youngs I got from the album. What album? I think it was Whirl, Thin to Will. And then this is from the I Saw My Teeth. Golden Hour Part 2. And then this is just Your Life. Oh, Your New Life. Rosy Life Planning. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I just have a sticker book in here. I don't even have an A5 planner, but this is supposed to be, yeah. I'm giving you guys a tour of like my sticker book. But yeah, that's what this is. I don't have an A5 book right now, so actually I do, but we're side tracking right now. Okay, sorry. So this is the Traveler's Company. This is in the color, I think it's green. I think olive. I don't know how to take care of it. I think I have to oil it. I'm gonna try to oil it. I'm afraid if I oil it, I'm gonna mess it up, but I think this is like I'm damaging it right now. So I'm gonna try to oil it. And inside of it, I have a Sterling Ink N1 Compact Full Year, and then I have a Sterling Ink N1 Monthly, and then I just have a Take a Note Slim Weekly in it. So these two are this is for school, and then this is just for time blocking. So we're gonna get started on this. Something about that. Anyways, so I don't have anything at all set up in this because I switched over from this planner from the N1, and I started the N1 in April, and then I had switched to this one in June when I got it during the Sterling Ink Memorial Day sale, because I had this and I was like, I might as well combine everything into one. So I was like, I grabbed these two at the Sterling Ink sale. So this is just my monthlies. I have to go back and do that. I'm getting rid of it for next month because I stopped. It's just a sleeve. And yeah, I was using the Sterling Ink kit, and I don't know why. I decided to experiment. Don't get me wrong, this is cute. This is from this is from Simple Paper Co. However, I'm not the biggest fan of their subscription kits. It's nice, but I don't think it's a monthly kit, because really for all you're getting from the monthly kit is this July sticker and then a July sticker calendar, and then just like this. I have it up right now. I'm like, and then you get a bunch of stickers, and I'm like, it doesn't really feel like a monthly kit, you know what I mean? Because with like Sterling Ink or any, I will get like a few Junes and stuff. I got one July in this kit, so I was like, yeah, whatever. So I use this for functional planning, like my interviews, Capital One, my statements, things I have to pay, birthdays, dental appointments, stuff like that. There's not much to it. This is me trying to experiment with different layouts, so let's get to it. I was using the Sterling Ink tabs, but in June I was trying to experiment with different subscription kits, so I canceled my subscription order. Plus I had a lot of Sterling Ink subscriptions left back. I'm going back though, because don't get me wrong, it was fun roaming around, but I saw the last two kits I missed and I'm having FOMO. So like the August one looks so good with the train, so I'm going back. But anyways, how I was using this, same way how I was using the Sterling Ink N2. I had meant to get the N2, but I meant to get the N1, but I got the N2 instead, so I finally got the N1, but I'm sidetracking. So how I use this, I split it in half, then I do whatever is gonna happen this day. This is a bad example because this is a better example. So I split it in half and I do whatever is gonna happen this day. No matter what, I cannot cancel. It's gonna happen anyway. I take it. So I do that. And then here I plan out my entire week. I like to plan out my week. If I do not plan out my week, I get nothing done. Like, for example, I did not plan out this week. I just laid in bed today, relaxed. That's why I'm up so late right now, because I slept 4 hours. So, anyways, yeah, so I split it in half. I plan out this week. Before the week starts, I normally like to plan out the week. And yeah, this is Hubman and Chub Girl. Which one is? This is from the pin, yeah, Hubman and Chub Girl too. So, and then I plan it out. I wanted to go to a pop-up of Goal in hour 3, but my anxiety wouldn't let me. And then I had a sleepover the same day. I went. I was gonna cancel, but I went, and I'm so glad I went. I felt so happy afterwards. So, yeah, and then I was tracking my meals, then this week, then my to-dos, and then my mood. However, I was realizing I was running out of space for the to-dos, and this I don't go back and read. So, here's another example of my week is planned out, but you see over here is blank because I did not go back at all and I did not pick up my journal, this planner this week to write anything down. However, my week is planned out. I was doing like a method of just like adding if I did it, I cross it out if it got canceled. However, I realized I'm the type of person, I like to see it crossed out to know that I did it. I feel more accomplished in that sense. So I have all my schoolwork here and then here. And then for my schoolwork, I use like, I know I'm like going back and forth, but it's gonna make sense. So for my schoolwork, I like to I write down all the schoolwork I have. Since I'm taking summer classes, it's only one class, so I don't need to color code really. I know it's just one class. So I write down what's due that day, and then yeah, I just have to, I write, when the month starts, I write down everything, and when I plan out my week, I just reference it, and I'm like, okay, this is due this day, this is due this day, this day. Then I would come here, block out the times that I have stuff I have to do, not like stuff that cannot be moved, like, oh, I would have school from this time to this time, and I'd have work from 4 to 12, so I can't do anything 4 to 12. I can't do my schoolwork 4 to 12 because, hello, I'm going to be at work. I have school probably from 8 to 2, and then let's say I have work 4 to 12. It's just a 2-hour time gap to commute. I'm like, okay, I do not want to do schoolwork this day because I know I'm going to be busy. So it's just a time blocking sense. I would give an example, but I've only been in this 2 weeks. I was using the Sterling Ink Common Planner to actually time block, so, and I threw it out, so yeah, that's how I use it. And then once I realize, okay, let's say Saturday completely free, I don't have to go to school, I don't have to go to work, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this day as a thing to get this done. So I'll put, okay, so I have to do, okay, so for example, my Connect opens this day. Actually, bad example. Let's use this example. Okay, so I'm like, okay, my Connect opens this day, so I have to do my Connect probably this day or this day because I know my Connect is due Sunday. I'm trying to have my weekends off to not do schoolwork because I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to clean, nothing. I just want to relax on weekends. So I'm like, okay, get all my work done here, and then the weekends I have off, and I've just have been planning out my week. This was last week. This is the Harriet Writes kit. This was TCMC monthly. No, quarterly subscription. This is Harriet's, right? The 4th of July kit. I tried a new layout. It worked. Let's just say I just did not feel like going back and writing. So this is like another thing I'm using over here, but I'm not utilizing over here. So for next year, I know like, okay, over here, I'm just doing whatever over here because yeah, for next year, I know I could get rid of this page. So I'm like, okay, I could get a booklet, you know? I'm trying to like think what I could do to like get rid of something. But yeah, this is the week we're on. This is a Pretty Pink Co kit. I just used the kit and actually pre-decorated. It was a night like tonight. I couldn't sleep, so I just went in and pre-decorated. These 2 pages don't have any habit trackers or anything on it because I'm going to be on vacation from the 23rd to the 3rd or the 4th. I put the 3rd. It's probably the 4th. Who knows? So I just put here to just put, it's going to be a cruise, so I used the Harriet Wright monthly kit. I used the sail away stickers because I thought it was convenient. So, I don't know why I did that. Yeah, that's it for this planner, really. So like over here is working for me, but like I said, over here is, I don't go back to it. It's just like for me to do whatever with. I just don't go back to it. So I'm like, okay, I could get the booklet. So that's what I'm trying to like think, like what can I do? Because I realize I'm a multiple planner person. I cannot have everything in one book. It overwhelms me, like I said. But with me, like I've come to realize me splitting it up and breaking it down like this, I'm okay with having it in one book. It's just the monthly section. I cannot mix my monthly sections. Like I can't have school, my work, my life here, and then, so yeah, that's why I have this monthly booklet. And then I have another booklet, but I got it during the Sterling Ink sale. It's not shipped yet, so I got it on 4th of July, so yeah, that's it for this. And yeah, oh, back here. This is Harriet Wright's Design June kit, but, and then I try to match the week with, you know, the week with the theme, but I stopped. But yeah, as you can see, it's like matched with the theme. You get the idea. So, and then July, because I did not go back and do it. I saw Becky from Whoops, I Did It Again. She was like writing things that she did that day. And I actually come to learn something about myself doing this. on my days that I have the lowest energies are the days that I do the most stuff. And then the days that I have the highest energies are the days I don't do anything. I just rest. And I realize it's because I'm forcing myself to do things when I have low energy. But when I have a high energy, I just allow myself to relax. And I learned that about myself doing this. So it was interesting. However, it was working, but I got lazy, so I left it alone. So I was like, okay, I can't draw for my life. So I was watching YouTube's on tutorials on YouTube on how to draw. I was trying. Like, I could look at the clock, time's ticking. Like, I wasted my time. I did the interview, I was told I got the job, and I wasted my time waiting. But I really want this job because it looks like right where I live. And they finally got back to me July 1st, and I signed the contract. And now I'm just waiting again. The clock. Love Island. I don't even need to read this. Love Island. They got me messed up. Saja Boys. My Little Soda Pop. K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, I was trying to do that. But that took too much time too. So back here is just empty. So there's not much for back here. So before I explain to you what's going to happen back here now, I'm going to show you this. It's not an LSAT prep book. I'm actually using another book for LSAT prep. Okay, I'm actually using another book, which was this book for my LSAT prep. But I changed it because I was like, I really like this, but I need a calendar, a monthly calendar. So, and I need a weekly section so I could track my progress. I could have drawn it out myself. I could have, but Sterling Ink had a 30% off sale, so I just got an academic B5 planner. It's not shipped yet, so I'm waiting on that to come. And then I bought the textbook, the Mike textbook, and then I have to buy the online course, but I have to take the LSATs next year, and I want to start studying now because I don't think I'm one of those people who will like hit it right out the park, so I need to study. And I really want to score high on my LSATs. It was supposed to be this book, but I bent it. It was in my bag, and it just won't go back. It was supposed to be this book for my LSATs, but it's too chunky. I was like, I'm not gonna use this. So I started using it as my journal, because technically I was using a journal before, but it was me and my friend. I started using it as a journal. The last time I journaled was Saturday. Today is Monday, or the end of Monday. But yeah, I did like a little July layout with the Higher Rise design kit. I have like 3 sheets of stickers left from this kit, and we're only on July 7th. Yeah, and then the dates. And then yeah, I did like a dashboard, but there wasn't much to the dashboard, so I was just like, and then yeah, I was journaling, but that's it. But this is why I'm like, I'm not gonna finish this book because I know myself, I'm not the biggest fan of chunky notebooks, and just like holding on to this makes me, I do want to finish it, but it makes my mouth water because of how chunky it is. It's like a weird that was a weird, like, my mouth does water when I look at how chunky it is. Like, my mouth just goes dry, but it waters. Like, it's just, that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in my head, okay? I just have the Jib and Ted show cover on it. Really nice, actually. It fits, and it holds my monthly kits. I can't believe this kit's almost done. Like, I'm really using a lot of stickers. But, yeah. And, yeah. So for next year, what I was thinking of doing, that was it for my planner stack, by the way. I just keep my A5 card in here, my sticky notes, a bookmark from Archer and Olive subscription kit, and then these are stamps from Notebook Therapy. Ooh. And that's pretty much everything in there. It's empty now. So I was just going to talk a little bit about 2026 before I end the video. My thought for 2026 is how I was using the Sterling Ink A5 planner is, I actually have the half year here, so I could give an example. I did not continue in this half year because I was experimenting, like I said, so I just did not. I was using it to track habits, my goals, and then I was using it for, I like to journal a bit about my day, just like something quick. Like I washed my hair, deep treated it, Eric and molasses. I don't know what I wrote in that. It says Eric and molasses. Oh, turmeric. Oh, TUM dash. Okay. Okay. That's what I put in my hair. I also did laundry and I cooked stew fish. And today I was starting my no spend on stickers until a sale. I actually didn't even buy anything during the sticker sales because I did not know they were happening in June. For next year, I know I will not be buying any stickers until those big sales. And then the weeklies didn't actually start yet, so I actually had this decorated, but I went in and took off the stickers and put it in another book because I decided I wasn't going to use this book anymore. But however, I'm actually going to use it because I was watching Martin Made TV. She's like one of my favorite YouTubers for journaling and planning and stuff. And I saw her practicing different dashboards layout, and I'm realizing the vertical weeklies are more, they're more flexible in what I can do. So I was thinking for next year, instead of getting this, the horizontal, I could get a vertical A5 Slim because I love this size. And you're probably like, A5 Slim? Yeah, Sterling Ink doesn't have an A5 Slim, but I'm like pining she comes out with one this year. I'm begging, I'm pleading she comes out with one this year. Like, I'm like praying, my fingers are crossed. Every day I check for like planner updates because I am praying she has a A5 Slim. If not, it's okay. I'll just do my N1. I'm gonna be sad though, but yeah. And then I normally just do a cover page, and then I just journal how I normally do back here. And then I journal. So I was like, okay, but I do love here. I just cannot put it in here because if I put it in here, if I put it in this monthly section, I'm gonna get overwhelmed that it's in this monthly section. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? I did buy a booklet, a different booklet. I think it was an A6 size. I bought it during the sale, so it's not here yet. But just like this booklet, I'm realizing it's the monthlies. If I have everything broken down to where I can see it, understand it, I don't get overwhelmed and I don't get anxious looking at it. So I've been trying to do that for this whole last month, and I'm trying to do it for this month as well because it's not that I don't enjoy having this much planners and notebooks. I just don't like having notebooks sit there and go to waste. And I feel like with me having this, if I get this and then I get a planner, I'm just not utilizing it to the full potential because I don't even use back here. So I'm like, I can actually just get the full year and journal back here. And then I get rid of this and just get what I'm missing from this. Like the main thing I love is the monthly section. Get the monthly section. And then here, I use this, but I'm not going to miss it. So I was just like, hello, I was going to get the horizontal, but the vertical is way more flexible. So I was thinking of getting the vertical for next year. So what I'm going to start doing, because I was watching Martin Made TV, as I was saying, I don't even think I finished that sentence. And I saw she was trying different dashboards layout. I took pictures of each one. And I'm going to try them and try to put this here and see how it works and how it adapts. I'm trying to like, yeah, instead of me like buying a planner like every second, because that's what I was doing. Since doing this, like experimenting on my own, I feel like there's no such thing as planner peace. I've come to realize that, well, for me. However, I've come to have a peace of mind just doing this. Like, the Sterling Ink has made me have a peace of mind. This was for July. I do not know what kit this is. It's really pretty though. Great. Oh, Graceful Muse Papery. Yes, I remembered. This is Graceful Muse Papery kit. I even set up a bit. It's a very pretty kit. I even subscribed because I thought I was going to use it, but I canceled it because I didn't even use it anymore. And I just hated this color. I tried to cover it up, but I cut it too short, so it doesn't even matter anymore. But as I was saying, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, I'm gonna try to just keep experimenting with this. I'm gonna move this over to this and try, and this is gonna be thrown in my bag for school. However, I literally complained how much I hate chunky school planners. So for next year, I'm thinking of just getting one, like a Hobonichi Weeks. I tried the Hobonichi Weeks. I didn't like it. I'm wishing I didn't throw it out. so I could experiment with it again, but I did. So don't throw out your planners until you're certain, guys, because now I'm like regretting it. Like, I could get the Sterling ink, the Hobonichi Weeks, and just transfer here to here, because I just need it, and just throw that planner in my bag and keep it there, and just have this one, or call it this one, because this one at home. And yeah, I feel like that's gonna work. But yeah, I've been experimenting, and then I was thinking of getting an HP Mini where I just have admin stuff in it. And by admin stuff, I just mean randoms like habit trackers, bills, the good stuff, the boring stuff. But they can get rid of them. Yeah. I also have it on my computer, so I'm fine. So, that's it for this video. All these bad boys are part of like what I use, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, or great day in this case when you're gonna be seeing this, and may God continue to bless you guys. Also, please give me any feedbacks that because this is my first time doing it. I'm still trying to figure out YouTube. I have no clue how to use YouTube, so please give me feedback on anything I need to improve upon, and I will gladly listen. Advice, I will gladly take them. And yeah, bye.